Welcome back, everyone. We are currently live. Welcome back to Aether Eternius, Dark Side of the Foundry. Some real life stuff come up, and I just know that happens. To recap what happened last time, who would like to do it? As I take a drink of energy drinks.
JB.
Flicks.
Like hell, I remember.
We can just go ahead and read back East's rendition of what happened, shall we? In fact, that'll actually be the best part too.
That feels like some serious fire-based propaganda right there.
Oh, my.
Flicks dragged Tiberius along for pastries, wine, attempt to make musical connections with matter, but wound up running across Dias, who expressed some interest in some particular items that you guys had. Most in peculiar, a staff Rose had, and a chained up deck of cards Fria's had. Not only that, but Flicks decided to veer off course away from Tibbs without Tibbs knowing, and confronted his mentor, who was under the personification of Mercutio, the Fey Gentry. And let's just say learned that apparently he may not be all that he's out to be.
Filthy lies. Filthy propaganda-filled lies.
Why is everything propaganda with you today?
Because it's propaganda.
And now,
Bunch of commie mutinous traitors.
after that happened, we cut back to the house where Rose answered the door to find a guard looking for Flicks, who currently now has a warrant out for him. That's fine, right? Flicks did return back shortly after the guard had left and was able to avoid most of the guards, but went back to his room to sulk. Well, everyone was pretty much in the kitchen deliberating which side to pick. As you guys know, they had to pick between 3 different sides: the Lords, the Core, or the Old Gods. And for the most part, I think everyone pretty much agreed with the Core. That it had the least amount of downsides and the most amount of upsides for what everyone sort of wanted from everything. However, Tiberius eventually leads Rose back to Dias' stand, where they begrudgingly hand over the fire staff that they possessed after Tiberius amazingly cast, I think it was hideous laughter or something on Rose.
Correct.
And cause them to fall to the floor, and Dias removed the staff from their possession. But in exchange, Rose received a very peculiar item. More importantly, it was a strange silvery blue rapier, simply titled the Jester's Rapier, which had a bizarre little Jester's hat token of blue and white attached to the hilt. It's a very strong weapon, but Dias said it was from a friend. However, as things began to wound down, the group tried to go to Wind, or Rose and Tibbs tried to go to Wind, to find Amadeus to kind of talk to him about who they wanted to side with, but wound up learning that Amadeus was not home at all. In fact, he was back in the Foundry, so a little bit more backtracking later. Rose did manage to track down Amadeus, while Tiberius went to Water to start gambling.
Well, there was a portal issue.
There was a bit of a portal issue, yeah. Tiberius wound up getting flung into water. Poor guy. But after Rose was able to find Amadeus, they learned that in order for them to go talk to the Core, they needed everyone there. However, as we're beginning to open up the scene onto the world of the plains, we're actually going to be focused on a white rabbit who is currently in a casino in the Plane of Water. I say you've been doing pretty good for the most part. You've been there for several hours now, Tibbs. But you've had your highs, you had your lows, but you seem to be holding your head above water, as they say in gambling terms. You're not losing too much, you're not gaining too much. However, about through, I'd say, your 50th round of slots, you were suddenly called over by what looks to be a waiter. The waiter is rather unimpressive in general. They're a basic water primordial. Their hair's tied back with a small little clasp with that seems to be water constantly flowing, and they simply hand you what looks to be a drink. And they say, compliments from the blackjack table. They've also requested your presence if you are willing to do so. The drink is definitely alcoholic in nature. You can smell it.
I'm also tasting it.
It has a sweet, fruity tang to it with the burn that you would expect from a very potent alcohol.
No. I'm not content to see who would offer me some kind of alcohol. At least they've got the right drink.
And the waiter will actually point you toward what looks to be the high roller section, you know, that kind of the velvet tape kind of area, to one particular table that looks to be like your standard blackjack table, but there is a peculiar figure sitting down at one of them. You can't see their face. They seem to be dressed in the basic sort of casino wear, you know, the nice suit and whatnot. They have white hair, but their face is obscured. No one else is at.
And to whom do I owe the pleasure of this wonderful alcoholic beverage that was purchased for me?
Are you heading to the table, or are you still talking to the waiter?
I'm heading to the table, asking that of the individual at the table.
The individual doesn't say anything. They seem to be shuffling cards in their hand. They are wearing gloves, and simply motion for you to sit down.
Getting some Hand of Fate vibes here. Wow, a strong selling type. It's like playing against various. Very well, I'll sit down.
Okay. And as you sit down, the dealer begins to deal you a set of cards. I'm not going to have you roll for this, because this one's predetermined, but they set an ace in front of you as well as a face-down card while setting down their own cards. One is a 5, and the other is blank. As you begin to play the game further, the figure will begin to look up. You see a familiar face. And the area around you almost darkens, as if the entire room begins to close in around you, leaving just you, the small light on the table, and the dealer, who happens to be your patron.
Well, good choice on alcohol, sir.
Let's just say I'm well aware of what people of your caliber enjoy, Tiberius. How about we play a few rounds?
Can't see how it would hurt.
Regardless, I come with an interesting proposition for you. He will turn over your blank card, and you'll see that you have blackjack. It's an ace and a king. You see, Tiberius, you may have some inklings about who you are, your past, what your mother really did to gain power. I'm curious, what are your thoughts on it? As he will spread the king in front of you, as you see king, queen, jack all play out from the card below it.
Well, I figured that she murdered whoever got in her way, and as she would be wont to do, and attained power through that. Our bloodline had something to do with it. It gave her an edge, and she used it to her advantage, as my mother would do.
But do you know your father?
Of course, General. Always went off to war. Same as every one of my brothers and sisters.
And do you believe your mother's lies?
I wouldn't see her committing some kind of... What are you saying?
He will turn the cards over, and they instead seem to read with strange letters. Letters you can actually read. They are not in any common tongue. In fact, they're in Abyssal.
I'm sorry. What kind of card trick is this exactly?
I'm simply showing you the truth, Tiberius. Your mother did not marry a man of your kind. In fact, she sought power from beyond your world.
Well, that makes a terrifying amount of sense. And would you know who exactly this individual that she made a marriage proposal with would be? I can't believe my mother would marry beneath her station, so it only makes sense for her to aim higher, as it was to say.
Oh, and she aimed high indeed. One might say she aimed beyond even the lesser prophets and straight to the gods themselves.
She married one of the twins?
Beyond your gods, Tiberius.
Well, primordial...
Oh my god, Yogg, your daddy.
No, it's not here. He's just going to kind of narrow eyes. Primordials don't exactly have the capability, as far as I understand it, to impregnate a woman, so could you perhaps be a little less obtuse about it?
And he gathers up your cards, Tiberius. There's 4 of them in front of him. There's 4 of them in front of you. The ace, the king, the queen, and the jack. And he folds them up. Turns them down, and once again deals them out. You see the names Azathoth, Nyarlathotep, Shub-Niggurath, and Yog-Sothoth. Each of them have a different symbol on them. Azathoth seems to be a whirling mass of pure, raw chaos. And he slides to the side. Shub-Niggurath looks almost like a shadowy goat-like creature with multiple heads, eyes, and many young around it. But he moves that one to the side as well. Nyarlathotep looks to be the size of a man, but there's many masks and many faces on the card itself. But once again, he moves it to the side. And then he places the last one in front of you. It is the amalgamation of orbs, eyes, and a maddening amount of what looks to be symbols. Yog-Sothoth. And he places it in front of you.
I was fucking right! Look at your daddy! Oh, man! Hey, y'all, daddy, wanna play catch?
Why was I thinking that he just put a catch glove on the table? we gotta catch up, son.
I'm not
freaking
exactly
insane.
sure what that entitles you to. You're saying that you are my progenitor.
Not just yours, but every single one of your siblings.
Oh, that is terrifying. That would explain why they're terrors, though.
That also explains why your mother got rid of each and every one of them before she found the one that was perfect.
I'm sorry. Got rid of. What's happened in my absence?
He leans forward, elbows on the table, hands crossed in front of him. It's like, you don't honestly believe that they're all still alive, do you?
Well, I mean, her favorite, Violetta, would still be around. I can't imagine her killing that one.
You are the only survivor at the moment, Tiberius. You were the only successful one.
What do you mean by successful?
He motions to you. Unlike your siblings, who could not contain their awakening power, you thus far have done so. You have not become the very monster that rides underneath your flesh.
He's going to just take the drink and keep tipping, all the way back, pull down, gulp. So, I have a monster beneath... is it something other than me, or am I the monster and it's just waiting to burst forth from my fur? This is very alarming right now.
No, that's the difference between you and your siblings, Tiberius. Is you are still you. That is what made you so a success.
I hope you're not expecting me to thank you for this.
Oh no. In fact, I'm here to do something that might help you along the way. And from the card in front of you, he will almost grasp it around the edges and begin to lift upwards. Instead of just the card coming up, a box lifts up from under this. It is long and slender almost, as he will pull it out and then set it on the table lengthwise. It looks to be a long, almost flute-looking case. And he'll place it in front of you. The box itself is woven in a blackened wood, almost as if it was created naturally and simply urged to form into the shape of a box.
He's gonna put a hand on it and just watch Yog. So what does that make our relationship then? You're my patron and also my sire.
Indeed it does. If anything, it should give you some form of comfort, as our little arrangement was not made out of greed. Because unlike some of my acolytes, once their use is done with, I discard them, as you are wont to do. You're a different case.
Because I'm special, is that it?
Essentially.
Various must never know this, or I'll never hear the end of it.
Oh, your little friend has his own issues to deal with, and those will in time come to the surface as well.
You
you
do
all-
recall our agreement. Nothing happens to him.
Not from my hand, no.
All right, well, let's look at this wonderful, I guess, birthday present for all of the years you've missed. He's going to pop it open.
Inside is a velvet-lined box, but resting inside this velvet is an old, gnarled scepter made of black, woven, thorny vines that have long since dulled. It radiates old power.
And this is some kind of magical instrument, I'd imagine?
Well, pick it up then.
Yep, this is the way I have to die. Grab it.
And as you grab it, Tibbs, you do feel magic coursing from this scepter, but in a way that almost feels as if it recognizes the magic that's coming from you. You immediately know what this item is. It is known as the Old Blood Scepter. It is a powerful scepter that allows the casting of Tasha's Mind Whip and Magic Missile at the 5th level 3 times per day, meaning a total of 6 spells are stored in this thing, and the casts restart at the set of every day.
Can I ask something, Yogg?
Of course.
With all of your power, why did you agree to bed my mother?
It was more something that I felt would be more beneficial for the future. My future, not hers. Because you see, Tiberius, you know your mother's an oathbreaker after all. And I had to find a way. The best, most ironically delicious way to see her scream.
I have many ideas that we could talk about. Bit of father-son bonding over mother's matricide.
I will say this.
We
to
love
you,
her
Tiberius. I will
God
say
damn
this.
it!
She's coming for you.
I like what she said.
And when she does, I will see to it that you are given ample time to watch her writhe. Because here's the thing. Your coming here was not an accident. Nothing really is anymore. Someone somewhere is always pulling some sort of string. But you and your friend, that was my doing. I knew what was going to happen and how it would happen. That was sort of my deal after all. The key and the gate. But all of this, in the end, was to see to her demise. After that, well, you're free to do however and whatever you please.
But if I'm part of your menagerie of strange, doesn't that mean that I have somehow bridged a gap between your realm and this one?
Very much so.
I understand why you say I'm special. You can use me in the future. You're quite alike.
Well, not only that, but you also have the ability for greatness yourself, Tiberius. In time, perhaps, you will return to your world and take it over where your mother failed to do so. Or you may remain here and be the lord of your own place, but we'll have to wait and see what you decide. Now, won't we?
Everything okay?
Being told I'm some kind of offspring of an ancient and maddening entity is a bit much for me at this moment. I think I need more alcohol.
And Yogg will raise his hand. And the area returns to what it was. The bright flashing lights of the casino. Everything else. And there's suddenly people around you also playing blackjack. You have a winning hand, a rather large bet, and a refilled drink in front of you.
I do not have a... No. I do not have a refilled drink in front of me anymore.
The dealer is a normal water primordial. And as you look down at your hand, it is once again a full blackjack. And you've won this round. The scepter is in your possession as well.
You're gonna have to link me that item so I can transcribe it into the character sheet. But yeah, he's going to nod to everyone at the table. Excellent game, everyone. Rabbit's foot. I have 4 of them. And just takes the money and runs.
Okay, give me a random 1d500 for me.
Oh, God.
Alright, you run away with 376 blue chips.
Okay.
And as you run off, Tibbs, with this knowledge now, we're now turning the camera to Frias. Frias, where are you currently?
Still in Flix's room trying to get them to calm down or whatnot.
Frias, as you're watching Flix, you feel an inkling, a tingling in the back of your head. Almost as if it's pulling you out of the room. It's not forceful, but there is a feeling.
And can we get a beat on what Flix is doing then?
No, nothing to do with Flix.
No, I mean, like, what is Flix doing?
What is Flix doing, yes. Flix.
I think there might be some real life stuff going on.
Ah, okay.
Well, that puts a hamper on things. Oh, you're supposed to be watching after them.
So how's the weather, guys?
I'm sure it's fine, right? I'm sure it's fine. It's fine.
I'm more IRL.
It hasn't been raining in a while, so no worries.
We need some rain here badly. It's been really warm.
Take it.
Yeah, please take our hurricane rain.
Do you want the 100-degree weather in exchange?
No thanks. I'm already good on that.
I work.
You want the wildfires?
I mean, our day was just yucky.
Oh, you're back!
Welcome back. Frias asked exactly what Flix is doing right now.
I don't remember.
She was trying to. Well, at first was trying to weasel information out of why Flix is going sort of insane, and then was like, "Oh, okay, this conversation's going nowhere now. What's going on with your performance or whatever?" And then that's kind of where we dropped off, I think.
Oh yeah, I think I was in the process trying to figure out about finding somebody for that concert thing. Because I didn't want to deal with the revelations from before.
And now Frias is feeling a strange tug at their psyche.
Well, Flix seems like they're going to be staying at least relatively occupied in their room, or hopefully, or even maybe convince them to go into the living room so that they could, well, pretend to talk, kind of try to investigate the feeling.
As you leave the room, Frias, you suddenly feel as if you're pulled towards your own room.
Flix, why don't you go get some sort of food ready in the kitchen or something, and I'll be down in a little bit. I believe I forgot something. Oh, okay. I heard that music change. Oh no.
I will prepare the best meal you've ever tasted. Also, I can't cook.
Oh God. It's your last meal, and that's not a good thing.
I'm sure it'll be excellent. And then she starts going down the hall towards her room.
As you begin to approach your room, Frias, something feels off. The feeling almost goes from a tug to almost a desperate pull.
It's only her room. I'm sure it's fine.
and as you open your door, nothing immediately seems amiss. However, the feeling seems to be emanating from your journal on your desk. More so, your journal seems to be acting strangely. Normally, it is a static piece of your arsenal, an old, worn, leather-bound journal, but occasionally you see bits and pieces of it almost glitching out, as if something is interrupting its existence.
She'll walk over and give it a nice solid once over, just looking, before taking a pen and seeing what happens.
As you pick the journal up, it
No,
feels heavier.
it's on the ground, or it's on the table. She hasn't touched it.
Okay, you haven't touched it yet?
She's taking the pen and seeing if it's still solid.
The pen's still solid. It seems to be only happening to the book.
Or is the book still solid?
The book occasionally doesn't seem like it is. It's almost, whenever you're looking at, say, an artifact image, like whenever an image starts having artifact issues where some pixels are off and stuff like that, that's what's happening to the journal right now. The artifacts will sort of blip into existence before fading back to normal occasionally.
Uses the pen to flip open at least the cover.
On the cover, strangely enough, it's blank. But as you flip it open to the first page, the same blank page stares you back, but the more you stare at it, the more something begins to happen. You start to see words. They're hard to read at first, almost as if whatever is trying to talk to you is having trouble or having interference. However, you can make out a few words through the blurred text. Guild, master, captive, torment. I'll write them down in OC for you.
Sure, that's fine.
Not only that, but the tugging on your mind almost seems feverish at this point, as the words begin to also fade from the page.
It's fine, Freya's perfectly fine.
She's gonna try writing on the page.
What do you write?
Where is this?
After a few seconds, it's almost as if the ink sinks into the page, vanishing. After a few more seconds, you finally see the words below show up.
Only the words below.
Just the words below. I'll write this down for you in OC.
She'll just write down the word more.
There's no response. You get the feeling that perhaps if you write other phrases, you may get more answers.
Who is this?
The words once again sink into the page. But the next thing you see is not probably what you expected. You probably expected to see a name or something, but instead, you simply see the letters that spell you.
Huh. When is this?
Once again, the letters sink into the page, and after a short period of time, it says, future. Long. Far.
I'm sure this is fine.
She lets out a long sigh, and under her own breath, she's like, I'm quite helpful for myself. Who is the guild master?
And once more, the words fade into the journal. For a while, it seems like there's no answer. But then something seems to rise off the pages, as if something is trying to come through. It's a circular object, from the looks of it, as well as it's wrapped on a string, and it seems to be some sort of amulet. It seems to have the same artifacting issue as the book. There's no answer. Just the strange amulet.
Can she grab the amulet?
You can. And as you take hold of the amulet, you feel that there is an old power flowing through this. But it's not an alien power. It almost feels as if it was done by your hand, your magic. You have acquired the glitched amulet, a strange, almost mundane piece of jewelry that occasionally glints as if there's something wrong with its existence. This amulet allows the user to cast a blink 2 times per day. Charges reset at the start of a new day. And when worn, gives the user +2 AC when wild-shaped. I'll put the item details in chat for you. But as you take the amulet in hand, the journal suddenly stops glitching out. All the words that you've written in the journal, the cover, everything, returns back to normal.
Guess I could have saved that question for last. She's just gonna flip a few pages further on, just checking.
It's back to normal.
Slide it open to her bookmark. Everything from the since she's entered the plane still there?
Everything's still there.
That you remember.
That you remember at the very least.
She'll close it, kind of look the amulet over a few times. Now she knows what the effect is, or not yet?
She knows what the effect is.
Does it require attunement?
Does not. All of these items that you guys are going to be receiving do not require attunement.
Then she is going to put it on, but hide it underneath the scarf.
All right. Before
returning downstairs and seeing what possible kitchen monstrosity is happening.
Flix, give me, let's just say, a dex check.
Are you dodging the cooking?
Maybe.
I mean, it's Flix, so that makes a lot of that.
Well, it's also like flipping the food so that
you actually doing the stuff. Yes. Give me a dex check, please, Flix.
Yeah, dex check, not saving throw. So yeah.
Okay. Let's just say the kitchen's not on fire.
Wait,
the kitchen is definitely not on fire. In fact, it actually smells pretty good down there. We'll say Flix managed to get a hand of, say, some vegetables and tossed around in some sauce. It was pretty simple, but smells pretty good.
I mean, it's Rose, so the kitchen on fire wouldn't necessarily be a bad or strange thing.
Don't tempt me.
But,
I'm not even there!
But no, surprisingly and shockingly, Flix seems to be holding his own in the kitchen right now. Maybe it's the depression.
Probably just happy that he hasn't tried running outside of the house yet. She'll come over and peek over and...
I've got a chef's hat on now.
Where did you even...
Don't question
Very
it.
bag.
She just gives a soft compliment of, oh, this actually smells kind of nice. Didn't take you for much of a cook since you said you don't have any particular skills.
Not normally. I mean, people did it for me all the time, and I guess I have a really good memory.
It's like one of those cases where you just throw a bunch of stuff in a pan and hope it works, and it just happened to work.
Damn right.
But, as they settle into this scene, Rose and Various, what are you guys doing?
So as a recap for the viewers, Rose and Various had a very long talk in our off-the-clock RP. And that came with an instance of basically Various asked Rose some questions, and they dipped into their memories a little bit. Would you say, East?
Disclaimer, no chairs were harmed in the making of this roleplay.
So, I believe Rose just left.
Mm-hmm.
And Various is now taking a look at their paw that got very, fairly burnt.
Did we ever roll for that damage?
I
Yes.
don't believe so. Huh?
Yeah, I think we did. Did
Okay.
Yeah, I think
No?
it's... Oh, no, maybe we didn't.
We did not.
What do you need me to roll?
A 1d3. You should see how badly burnt. Yeah,
Oh.
you're pretty badly burnt. It's that paw pad's gonna sting for a while.
Gross, too hot to handle.
Yeah.
So, which one of us are you gonna follow first?
We're actually going to follow Various first.
Oh. Ow, 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 ow. Okay. Pyra? Ridley?
For the most part, Pyra is actually napping on your bed. She slept
You've
through the
been
whole
after
thing. Yep.
Where's Ridley?
Never
Ridley,
underestimate child sleeping.
Give me a perception check.
No, not spells. Stop that.
No. Pyra did the thing where it's a cat sleeping through the entire ordeal. Ridley, you can't find them.
Ridley?
Give
And
me another. Where do you want to look for them?
can I use an investigation check?
You can, yes.
Much better.
Looking along the floorboards, you notice that there's a little bit of scratches here and there that dictate that they had run off after something. More importantly, they seem to have run out of your room.
Okay, at least I think they're okay. Various is gonna look around and see if there's any damage beyond the burning chair. It's just a stunt chair. It's fine, guys.
As you begin to look around the room, you notice that there is something sticking out underneath your bed. It looks to be the corner of a box, a cardboard style box. That wasn't there before.
He's gonna sort of eye this and slowly slide it out with a foot.
And it almost looks like a garment box. It's old, it's worn, there's definitely some sort of dust or sand on top of it. It actually looks more like sand. There's no sand anywhere near this place.
Various is looking around for a moment and then looking underneath the bed.
There seems to be a bit more sand where the box was. But otherwise, there's nothing else underneath there.
Huh. He's gonna look back at the box and slowly open it.
Okay. As you pull the lid back, it comes off in one piece. Underneath what looks to be something wrapped up. However, there is a single square note that simply has the letter N written on it.
Oh boy.
This handwriting is familiar to you.
Oh boy. This is fine.
In fact, you know exactly whose handwriting this is.
His ears will go back. And he's gonna look over that note.
It's simply the letter N. But you know this handwriting belongs to Narcissus.
Okay, he quickly tucks the note away and is looking about again. And before slowly unwrapping what's inside and looking like he's ready to bolt if this is some sort of trick.
After you start to unwrap the parcel, it seems to be wrapped up in like a thin parchment paper. Inside looks to be an old, overcoat. It is well worn, but sturdy, and has many pockets for books, tools, and reagents. It seems to be embroidered with a quilted blanket style, with many creatures depicted on the hem.
Let me...
More importantly, it seems almost as if it's older than it feels.
He's gonna carefully pull this out without actually touching it, and is gonna start casting a ritual of Identify.
Okay. That's gonna take you about 15 minutes, right?
Yep, 10 to 15. So...
No one bothers you during this time. Pyra will kind of perk her head up at the rustling of paper and will jump down and start playing in the box the moment you've taken it out. So she starts doing that, but as the ritual concludes, you can understand now that this is what's called a sun-dusted summoner's garb. It is an overcoat that goes over your main armor, and when worn, gives you +2 AC and +1 Constitution. When worn, you can cast Ancient Cure Wounds. This spell can only affect Eidolons and heals for 2d6 plus your Charisma modifier. It has no limit.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You're sure?
Yes. However, this is a touch-based spell.
Okay. He's gonna just stand up for a moment and then, without touching it anymore, go stepping outside his room to look and see if anybody else is out here. And if Rose is here or Tibbs is here.
Since you're on the top floor where your rooms are, you don't see anyone else, at least immediately. You can hear sounds coming from the kitchen, but it sounds like Flix and Frius.
So I think I'm going to say I'm good there until we find out what Rose is up to.
And then we'll turn the camera to Rose. Rose, where have you run off to?
So, I don't think we established whether or not there is a backyard to the house, but that's moot because now there is one.
Yeah, I'd say there is. You probably got plenty of land to make a backyard.
Yeah, so Rose is kind of chilling out in the back there. It's just kind of a very sparse at the moment, fenced off area for privacy from other houses around there. But they're just sitting down at the moment, and their eyes are closed in thought.
I'm gonna roll something. Okay. For the most part, the city is actually surprisingly quiet. There's the usual humdrum of everyday life, the occasional murmur of the crowds that pass through, the clamor of guard armor and stuff like that. The typical sounds that you're used to at this point. Yeah, no one's really bothering you. It's a surprisingly quiet day for all that's happened so far.
Oh, given that, Rose will stand up after a moment and head back inside and... Is someone in the kitchen?
And you indeed can smell food. At least coming from the house.
Rose will head over and investigate, and I assume that's where Flix is, and if anyone else is with him.
Flix and Frius are there, actually, as you come into the kitchen. Surprisingly, Flix is the one cooking.
Run.
It's safe.
Ish. I mean, they don't have a digestive
The
tract,
firehouse
so
hasn't burned down yet, okay?
if you burn this down the firehouse, there's nothing that can save us.
Yeah, but that's what would happen knowing me, so...
Oh, I didn't realize it was, lunchtime yet. What's on the menu?
Flix will roll around in his chef hat and, spout off the equivalent of, like, high French cuisine. Like, roasted duck a la mode with a creme brulee sauce and da-da-da, and yeah.
Wait,
It's really just a stir fry.
roast duck a la mode. Isn't that roast duck with ice cream?
I don't know what you're talking about. A lot of things in that pot and it's delicious, okay?
Very slow as many languages, but this one is foreign.
It's a long dead language.
I mean, yeah. Not wrong.
Wow.
But, yeah, it definitely looks a case of Rose when you're kind of looking at what Flix is making. A case of threw a bunch of stuff in the pot, and it happens to work. So, it works.
Stir fry always works.
Basically, yeah, stir fry always works.
And it's delicious.
Yeah. Perfect for when you have a bunch of random stuff and not a whole lot that makes sense.
Rose will go ahead and sit down over by Fria's. Yeah, I'll have some of whatever. You still got any booze on you?
Who are you talking to?
Yeah, who are you talking to there?
Yes.
Yes, just talking to the room. Do anyone have any booze?
Oh, you just asked Flix if he had booze.
Oh, God, yes. Okay, so I'm gonna whip out the trove of alcohol I have. Which is
The bandolier of bottles?
The bandolier
Oh my
of
God,
bottles? Yeah,
is-
I've got that still.
Is Flix still wearing the bandolier while cooking?
Of course!
I wouldn't be surprised. But as you ask this, Rose, and as Flix whips out his wine bottle, you guys hear the front door open. It is Tiberius.
Oh, the prodigal son returns.
Ha 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 ha! I'm leaving.
Really?
That was fast.
To my room.
To his room. Okay. So you see Tibbs walk in, sees all you sitting there, and immediately heads upstairs like, nope!
I think specifically because of what Rose said.
Yes, the line did make him go like, ha ha ha, no, and just leave.
Way to make him self-conscious, Rose.
But Tibbs, as you're heading up the stairs, you actually see Various coming out of his room. Seems to be holding something.
No, he's not holding it.
Oh, he's not holding it? Okay.
It's already on.
No.
No.
Tiberius is literally not going to say a thing and just walk straight to his room.
Surprising.
Tibbs.
Not answering.
Tibbs.
Door's opening.
Various is gonna go over there and try to grab him by the arm.
Oh.
What did you do?
I got separated from Rose and went to the water and won some of those blue chips that Flix had.
No, I'm not talking about that.
Then what are you talking about?
Why did you put that thing in my room?
What thing? Wait, what thing? What are we talking about here?
There was a box with something in it and a lot of sand, and there was this in it. And he shoves the note at Tibbs' chest.
Oh.
I'm not exactly sure I follow your train of thoughts. Who's N?
Various just glares at him.
You seem to be angry with me, and I'm not entirely sure why. And after the day I've had, I don't have time for this, Various.
So it wasn't you.
If I have no idea what you're talking about, then no. If you could be a little bit more or less obtuse about it, I might be able to help you. But currently you've told me that something in your room, some garments that look absolutely horrible, might I add, and you're asking whether or not I get you. You know my taste. It's far better than that. I would have put you in something a little bit less garish.
Not wearing it.
Yeah, but you showed
He
it.
hasn't. It's still in his room. He just
Okay.
threw the note at
Okay.
Tibbs.
Is it at least regal?
They was screaming.
Do you have is it autumn colors? Because if it was autumn colors, it might have been me. But I don't remember buying you anything recently.
So it wasn't.
I don't have time for this, Various. Whatever it is, I'm sure that it's one of the others, or perhaps, I don't know, some long-lost father.
That's
What?
I'm going to my room now.
That's oddly specific. Yogi's your daddy.
And is Tibbs just going into the room?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just sitting here smiling like a maniac.
Okay.
For
Various.
the record, I wouldn't leave something as silly as a note with an N on it. You would know it was me.
There'd be a T.
Various is just sort of standing there, and if it wasn't Tibbs, they're like, "Who did this?" Because Tibbs is the only one who'd know that name, at least as far as Various is concerned, because Various doesn't remember their ramblings when they were drunk.
That is a good question, Various. Who put that there?
So how are things going in the kitchen?
You guys can hear a little bit of stuff going up on upstairs, but Rose, you got some booze, probably from Flix's alcohol bandolier.
It is the best invention ever on the plains.
The windelier.
The windelier.
Phrase just sees alcohol and is like, Well, either they're going to be quiet or they're going to be loud. Let's see.
It can be both with Flix.
Yeah, let's be fair. I'm just an agitated wine mom now.
Yeah, you are. But, Rose, if you remember the words of Amadeus, he needed everyone there, so everyone's back at the house.
Mm-hmm. Rose is going to shovel whatever Flix put on the plate into their mouth, take a few swigs of the wine, and is going to then stand up, go to the bottom of the stairs, and yell, "Upsa," and then yell up to the room, "House meeting, now!"
I'm busy!
I don't care!
Take those headphones off and get downstairs, young man.
What are headphones?
The things that go over your ears. Trying to mock in your accent.
Who would put things over their ears? Fine.
Can I use a spell to make these bottles unending?
No.
Damn it.
I'll think about it.
What old
I'll
god
think
do I have
about
to
it.
make a deal with to get unending wine?
It's not an old god, but maybe Dionysus.
You never know.
Oh, and
Find a
before...
booze elemental.
I wish to become a booze elemental.
What was that, East?
So before Tiberius and Varius come downstairs, Rose snaps their fingers, and the steps themselves become less steep.
Aww.
That's sweet. Open the buns.
And then we'll go back to their chair and resume drinking.
All right, I'm here. What is it?
I'm just picturing Tibbs just kind of hobbling down the stairs, kind of like, ugh.
Yeah,
He's the angsty teenager.
yeah, every step is the.
I'm surprised he didn't slide down the banister.
That requires joy. There is no joy right now.
Eh.
Oh, we need Varius here.
Yeah, he just found out he's got a dad that's like gypped him his entire life.
Various,
Didn't even send him birthday money.
Various is gonna sort of numbly come down the stairs with the box.
He gets a box. You all
What's
see.
that, Jokey?
Everyone sees the box.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
That's out of character, by the way.
I know.
Varius, could you put that elsewhere right now? We need to discuss some important business.
Fine. But afterwards, I want to know which one of you put this in my room.
Not me.
I haven't even been in your room yet. Oh, no. No, one time. One time I've been in your room.
I also may need some bandages.
If it was flashy, it might have been me. If it was in poor taste and not flashy, it was not me.
Rose, one moment while I go get some bandages. And ironically enough, she has a med kit in her supplies, so she will
Hey.
quickly go to the room and get some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Who made the food?
That is me, your chef extraordinaire. I didn't know what I was doing. But it worked.
Tiberius is just gonna look at the food and just look back. Just gonna lean away from it.
It's okay, it's eatable.
It's edible. It's just edible.
I mean, I haven't exploded or anything just yet.
As far as I understand it, Rose, you don't have a digestive tract.
If you're that worried about poisoning, I'll eat it first. Just let me take care of Varius.
And Freya says you work on Darius, you notice that his paw pads are very badly burnt. like putting someone's hand in a fire burnt.
She takes note of it, but just wraps him up, does what she needs.
Roll me a medicine check, please.
Oh, I got advantage to this, or not advantage. Oh,
It's over 10.
you're like a cartoon character. You just have balls at the end of your hands.
You basically do the basics. You put some disinfectant on there and you wrap it up. Nothing spectacular.
You really didn't try.
See, you ain't good enough.
I mean,
yeah.
Grace wouldn't be used to burns. She's resistant to fire damage.
This is true.
Just looking at it like, oh yeah, I've seen this before. Huh.
Liberal use of cloth.
Much. It's like, it's not great, but it gets the job done.
As you were wanting to talk about Rose.
Yeah. So I managed to find Amadeus. He's working on some of the festivities over in the Foundry Center. I did communicate that we were all in agreement to go along with Core and the rest of them, but he'll only do so if we can all meet him together.
Slow look over at Flix.
Yes, let's go on an adventure.
There's
going-
one
I'm
slight
taking
problem.
the bandolier.
What is that, Rose?
Well, long story short, Mada Ragt once Flix's head on a plate.
He would.
That's not a good thing.
Oh, please. Old Moderact and it'll be fine. He's just, upset that I showed him up twice.
And the Matter
And that the
Guard
little one likes me better.
and the Matter Guards are in full force in the Foundry right now. They are going every inch of this area with a fine-tooth comb.
Why didn't they come here then?
They
They
did.
did.
Oh, well, they suck at their jobs.
You weren't here.
I love that everyone both answer at the same
I'm
time.
literally picturing everyone in the group saying this at Flex.
Huh, well then they double suck at their jobs. I was walking the streets.
It completely ignores and goes, Rose, you mentioned Amadeus, right?
Yeah.
Is there any sort of way he could help us, get there?
I mean, he said he would still be hanging around there helping out with stuff, so he's gonna at least be in the same place.
I
But-
can do something as well to conceal Flix.
Hmm?
I can cast invisibility.
That
Well,
would
I
be
can't be invisible. I've got a concert to do soon.
It's
Once I meet up
tomorrow.
with Eureka and join up with this band.
That's tomorrow.
Perfect. Nothing can possibly go wrong.
Yes, but we have to make you invisible and get you to the core.
Oh. Okay, we will go to the core. And then we will
They'll
go
fix
and do
it.
other stuff.
They'll fix this, and you will no longer be hunted.
Only if you promise to not continue to harass the Matter Lord, please.
I didn't
Or-
harass him. He harassed me by all rights.
Or
I sang
any
a
of the
perfectly
others.
good song, and he was all like, "Meh, I don't like songs because I don't like joy."
You need to give them a wide berth.
Well, yeah, he is gigantic with 4 arms.
Flix, as difficult as it may be to hear, not everyone enjoys your particular way of enthusiasm and music.
Yeah, that's crazy talk. That's almost as crazy as saying I'm unseelie. So screw that noise.
What's an unseelie?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. We gotta go now. Cora, wait!
Gross! As Flick says that, you get a small, like almost a bit in your head where at first you didn't think you knew what that meant, but you immediately know what that is. And
What?
you just get a pit in your chest.
What'd you just say, Flex?
We have to go see Cora now.
No, before that, when you were
We
arguing.
have to go see Cora now.
Well, I mean, can't argue with that.
Well, come here, Flix. I'll do what I can, but you need to stay with us. Understood?
Maybe I should
Yes.
give Amadeus a heads up.
Yes, please. Also, Flix, did you put this box in my room?
What's in the box?
There's a robe, and there was a note.
Wait, is it a good-looking robe or an ugly robe?
See, that's what I asked him.
Let's see the robe. Pull the robe out.
He'll open the box. And so that you can see the thing inside.
And the best way I can describe it is like it's an old, like, really large overcoat that you would often that wizards would stereotypically often wear with like the big sleeves and stuff like that, but has a very quilted blanket kind of look, with a little quilted patch having a different creature in it.
Huh. Yes. I sprinkle it with glitter. Now it's better.
In fact, as you do that, Flix, the glitter doesn't stick.
I would never get you this thing. It's horrible and hideous and you should burn it.
Then who put this in my room?
Somebody with horrible taste, apparently. I shake my fist at the robe.
We must weaponize this coat.
But in particular, it's not so much that the glitter doesn't stick, it's almost as if the moment you try to throw glitter on it, it hits the rope and almost reverses backwards as if time is being wound back as it kind of flies off of it.
Yeah, it's a hideous piece of garbage and should be burned at the stake. That robe is a witch.
And none of you put this in my room.
No.
Then how did it get in my room? Because I didn't put it there.
Maybe somebody put it there.
Rose, this is your home. Is there anything strange that happened?
Did Rose feel anything odd happen within the last?
All the odd things at once.
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
I'd say with an 18, I'm kind of looking over this robe, and you've never really felt anything coming in and out of the house, so you don't know.
I honestly have no idea. There hasn't been anyone else that I've sensed coming in or out besides us.
If only we knew someone or something that could do some kind of magical identification or scrying about this area. Slow looking at various.
If only.
I already identified it.
No, you misunderstand. Your little note. They touched it, whomever left that, you potentially could use to identify where they are and ask your question themselves, thereby either ruining the ruse that one of us slipped some kind of gaudy garment into your room, or finding the individual who did this and portrayed themselves as N. Oh, and I get it now. And might I suggest that if someone did this without Ross's knowledge, it would indicate that either they know about N,
Or Rose needs to fix his alarm system.
There.
or they are in fact N and N was trained.
What is N?
He's looking at Various with a knowing look.
Wait, what's going on with the alarm system? Oh,
Apparently we don't have
I'm
one.
dumb. I thought you were saying, oh, Sealy, they needed to fix their alarm system. So I was like, wait, where was this?
Somebody broke into the house and dropped a box in your room, so... Rose, I am disappointed. I want my $8 back.
No refunds, bitch.
Yes, I may ask for some help with the divination. Right. Flix, can you come over here? I need to give you, I need to cast the spell, and then we can be off.
Okay.
And you need to stay close to us.
Alright. I have wine in hand. Let's do this.
Various, if you're going to make him invisible, how are you going to ensure he remains near us?
This is true. I might walk away not realizing where I am.
Yeah, how are you gonna do that?
As Rose sees Various and Flick starting to get close to one another for spell casting, Rose is gonna stand from the table, wander over away to the living room, and beckon Tiberius to follow. Let's give him some space in case, you know.
What, wild magic? Wouldn't it be better if we were nearby to ensure they didn't explode or turn themselves into, I don't know, Vargr?
Who's to say that they'll be the ones exploding?
We go outside for, well, no, outside is not quite an option.
You want to bring the wanted felon out into public view.
Oh, hush. Okay, hold
To be fair,
still.
everybody wants me.
Hold still.
Let me see that wild magic.
Yep, that's what I'm doing.
My nose is itchy.
Okay. Yeah, it works.
Yay! Let me,
I can no longer see my beauty position.
Okay. Remember, it's a concentration base and it lasts for an hour.
The
Yep.
world is a sadder place now that they can't see the greatness that is Flix.
Well, yeah.
Oh my god.
And yeah, you place a hand on the Flix and he shimmers out of sight.
Don't call him the Flix.
I'm now the Flix.
God
Perfect.
damn it.
The Various will try to find his hand.
It's like the Batman, only more glittery.
No.
And less broody. And, well, no, my parents are still dead. Dead parents. That's the thing.
Various is gonna try and find his hand.
Depends on what Flix decides to do with this. I'm leaving it up to you, Allie.
Oh no.
Please keep it clean.
The door opens and then closes.
Oh no!
Flix!
That's even worse. So yeah, you guys see the door open and then close.
Might I suggest you remain focused on ensuring that our friend does not become visible to the gods, who will more than likely send
Yes,
him
I
in.
know.
Next
I
time,
know.
also perhaps tie a rope around his waist.
Somebody put a bell on him.
Various, are you ready? Let's try and.
Let's be fair, Flix is the dumbest cat.
Let's try and catch up and. Gosh, darn it! Or, I mean, twins, darn it.
Probably should have done something simple, like just making him hold onto my tail or something.
You'd have just let go as soon as he was invisible.
I could have at least said something.
He opened the door and closed it. So either he's playing a trick and is in the room right now, snickering into his sleeve, or he's taken off to go and, I don't know, see that Jericho fellow again, thinking that being invisible will be better for him.
That's a great idea.
Did he say that?
Yeah.
He's still in the room.
Get over here.
Get over here.
Flix, we're going to see the core first.
Okay, fine. We'll deal with the Matarak problem first. He's no fun and has no sense of joy or style or anything. The gold is okay. And then we'll deal with the other problems, of which there are none.
Yes,
It's
for now,
fine.
just grab a hold of someone. Just don't make it look too obvious.
Not the ears!
That would be obvious. And also, let's avoid the lords. They can see through stuff like this.
Okay, I'm going to do something.
And roast see Flix.
No.
Okay.
The lords are the ones with true vision. Uh-oh.
I grabbed his tits.
God damn
Wait,
it.
what?
What did you grab?
Trace's chest.
Excuse?
You can't see me.
But she can
I
feel
was
you.
running away with it.
She can feel you.
Oh, she
And
feel
she
it.
can murder you.
What? She can see me again.
There is a loud sigh. Just grabs his wrist and just begins for the door.
All right, everyone.
It's no okay.
I'm confused. What's happening?
No, are you gonna be okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
If I roll a 20, I'll do it. Well, there's that damn 20 again.
Goddamn 20s. Goddamn 20s. But, yeah, everyone's heading out the door?
Yes.
Alright. So I'm gonna roll something.
Ooh.
Oh, good.
No!
Matarak is right there.
Yeah, Matarak's at the door. My guards are idiots.
So, I gotta roll one more thing.
My guards, idiots, why are you grabbing that woman's
Why are you
chest?
grabbing that woman's chest? My guards are morons.
I'm pretty sure that she took the hands off and is just. Oh no.
Oh no, that's guard number.
No, that is the number. That's the Lord number.
Oh,
No!
That's a
So,
door.
in fact, I would say you guys are fucking lucky.
Leonard.
Because as you're leaving the house, there is a contingent of guards that are escorting Leonard.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh!
But Leonard does.
Woo, not Matarak.
Leonard does, in fact, stop and look to you guys. He didn't notice that all of you were there or lived there, but he's like staring at all of you and then looks right at Flix. It's like, why is Flix invisible? Now, pay in mind, these are his guards.
So Matarak can't see me because he's got no class like you, Leonard.
No.
Staring, it's like, no, all lords can see through such tricks.
Yes, well,
Why? That doesn't answer my question.
There's a warrant. We need to get somewhere.
Oh. I'm gonna roll something.
Remember, you owe us.
Leonard kind of just smiles and is like, good luck with that, and he will quickly start moving away.
I'm just,
How confused are the guards?
Stepping off the camera.
What?
Hi.
How confused are the guards?
very confused.
What's a Flix?
Can the guards see?
No.
God damn
The
it.
guards cannot see you, no.
They're like, I see Leonard's talking to himself again.
No, Leonard's like, okay, good luck. And he starts rapidly walking off his guards in tow.
It's running away.
Yeah, he is not getting involved with that.
Oh yeah, he doesn't want to be between a glitter bomb and an angry Matter Lord.
You don't bring the glitter bomb towards the Matter Lord!
Oh yes, you do.
No!
Let's go. Go, 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 go.
Yeah, the streets are actually quite active right now, so, get rolling.
What do you mean, get rolling?
Run!
Okay.
You know what it means. Run!
I'll be pushing Frias forward.
Wait, from where?
Yes.
God damn it!
Actually moves his hand now and holds his wrist close. Okay. So Frias is actually grabbing onto your wrist, Flix. So I'd say as you guys are beginning to wind through the fire district and into the commerce ring and then finally the council ring, can anyone give me a random 1d20?
I want to do it.
Oh, I'm good at those.
No.
Oh no.
Woo, 3!
I was about to say Rochambeau, but okay.
As you guys begin to head to the commerce ring, you notice that there is a ton of guards posted there, and in fact, as you head to the gate that you were originally being led into, they stop you.
Oh.
And one guard, who looks to be a matter guard, will look down. Who's in front right now?
Roses.
And they'll look at Rose before then looking down at the rest of the party. It's like, state your purpose.
We're here to party.
Please take your partying elsewhere.
That's what we're trying to do.
I don't think they're going to allow us in.
Currently, there's an important meeting going on with the lords, and we have been advised to keep any and all visitors out.
Is this where Amadeus is?
Who are you asking that?
You. Out of character.
That's where Rose told you that they were.
Mm-hmm.
We won't bother you any further.
Frias, you feel your hand being tugged away as Flix is moving away from you.
Phrase will try to play it off by turning and walking with them and whispering quietly, "What's going on?"
You're being pulled toward the guards.
No.
Okay, well, already done with everything. Are the guards looking specifically at Freyas?
Yeah, they're watching you.
Well, good luck, everyone. And Freyas is already going to use one of her blinks to... Can I bring someone with the blink first before I say that?
Let me look at the spell blink real quick.
I mean, the smartest thing to do at this point would be to go towards Amadeus's stuff.
No, it only works on you.
She is going to get a firmer grasp and try to tug back.
Go ahead and roll sleight of hand, Allie. Versus, I'd say, Dex?
Well, you want to
No.
have bonus with it, so maybe athletics?
I don't have bonuses on any dexterity stuff.
What about athletics?
Well, athletics has +2 instead of +1.
Whichever works. Because they're trying to slip out of your hand.
Frick.
Yeah, they slip out rather easily. You got butterfingers.
It was just so sudden. It's like, you just hear phrase.
And the guards are just staring at you. Please move along.
Right.
Okay, we'll go right away. Everyone, maybe we could take this elsewhere.
Yes,
She's
let's do that.
staring daggers at Rose right now.
Yes, let's do that. Come along, friends.
Again, shouldn't we just head towards Asmodeus' study and just wait for him there?
Yes, we'll go talk about this a little further down the road. Maybe we can... She's looking back to see if they're still in earshot.
The guards?
Yeah.
After a little bit more walking, they are out of earshot.
And she shows both her hands to them. He's gone.
You know,
Oh,
And you're
son
shocked.
of a...
No, I just figure you guys should know. He probably just walked right in, and now he's alone with the lords.
well, we've done what we can to keep him alive. If he's going to do something to get himself killed,
I'd much rather have the body. Okay. Is there anywhere close by where we could just probably pop in somewhere? Where exactly are they, Flicks? Or Rose?
What is Free is asking Rose? Like, who? Where?
Where's Amadeus exactly in there? Or
Oh.
last he knew, or they?
Yeah. Rose will go ahead and communicate that. I think they were like near the Foundry Center, Nova? Was over at
He
Council
was in the
Chambers?
council gardens,
Council Gardens, right?
which is where you're currently barred from entering it, where Flix has snuck into.
How far is Blink now?
I am the best rogue by not playing a rogue character in the game.
yeah, but you're
To be fair, Various, you did this. You cast invisibility.
Come on, Google.
I just wish Flix would stop trying to get himself killed.
Oh, I never said he was going to show himself to the lords.
It does last an hour, as long as it doesn't do an action or cast a spell. But, since we're on that topic, the camera is going to turn to Flix, who has currently snuck his way past multiple guards, because they can't see through invisibility, into the council chamber hall itself, and onto the council floor, where the lords are currently in their meeting. All 7. So you have Leonard, Glacia, Catherine, Vaxir, Madarakt, Ayan, and Makumbo. But however, there is an 8th person there with them. A very lithe, tall, strange, almost fey, feathery looking creature that is standing with the Wind Lord. Flix, as you kind of get closer, you begin to hear a bit more of the conversation, and it seems to be revolving around this fey-looking creature. More importantly, they seem to be chatting quite vividly with Madarakt. Madarakt is surprisingly looking quite happy in this moment. Makumbo looks a little unsure, but is keeping quiet for the most part, while Ayan looks mildly amused. And Vaxir seems to just be kind of in that mood of, I need a drink.
So the party.
Essentially, yeah. Well, if all goes as I think it will, Mr. Fafnir, then I'm hoping to see you more adamant with the meetings than your mother's. Yes, of course, Madarakt. After all, my mother is starting to age and show it as well. Ah, shut it! Well, at least I'm not trying to actively kill you right now. Hmm? Yeah, that's what you said yesterday. Do you want to do anything, Flix?
Right now, I'm just going to listen in and keep enough out of the view because I do know because of Leonard now that they can see me. And Madarak wants my head?
Yes, he does!
And I got my lucky ready just in case he sees me?
But they seem to just mostly be talking relatively boring Lord politics.
Yeah, Madarak looks too happy though, and that upsets me.
He seems to definitely be smiling at this being called Fafnir. Seems quite pleased with him.
Okay, and what does Fafnir look like to me? Is it a wind
I am-
primordial?
No! I am going to drop their design in chat.
I'm about to be very pissed, aren't I?
Like I said, he looks like a fey-looking creature, but let me see if I can grab it. Where is your design, you piece of shit? There's a reason this guy is called the Brat Prince.
Oh no.
Oh, he and Flix will be perfectly fine together.
Okay, I gotta open it and clip real quick because I don't have it saved as a PNG. Wait, I have it on my Twitter. Hold on, I'll just grab it off there. Go there. And here. Here it is. And go into OOC and drop it.
Like it's hot?
Yes. That is Fafnir. That is Vaxir's son.
I see. Did she do a Fey or something? Because he looks very Fey.
He looks very Fey-like.
Interesting. So he'd be the new Wind Lord then, potentially, or taking over for the Wind Lord's duties at Council.
At least you can gather that from listening to them. Yes. That seems to be the topic at hand, is they're discussing his ascension.
Is Amadeus anywhere?
Not here, no. In fact, you don't know where Amadeus is. Rose didn't tell you exactly where.
Just that he was somewhere within these gardens.
Yes. What would you want to do now? Because I seem to just be discussing this.
Yeah, give me a second, I'm looking at stuff.
The wheels are turning. The smell of smoke is thick.
Fafnir is a Durgan, though he's currently in the form of a more humanoid, fey-looking creature at the present.
Did I? Yeah, okay, fuck it. Oh, did nobody hear what I just said?
Sounded like you said okie dokie.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hit the wrong. Goddamn, hit the wrong button. I just say I want to sneak closer and I want to hear what Fafnir is saying that's making Madarak so. Like, I want to get an idea of what is making Madarak so happy.
Oh, okay. Roll me a stealth.
No.
Yeah. Maybe you should have taken your armor up before doing this, Blake, but
I didn't.
as you begin to get closer, the rumbling of the scales that kind of make your armor up definitely alert them to your presence. As each and every one of them turn to look in your direction.
Okay. Shit.
And they can see through illusions, can't they? Crap!
What can I do? What can I do?
Reroll.
You have lucky.
I'm not wasting that yet.
You have 3 uses of it.
Yeah, and I'm about to get caught by Mataract. I'm not wasting it yet.
God damn it.
Or you could get uncaught if you roll again.
No, this is more fun.
Oh no.
I am just gonna be peeking over the railing.
And they're all looking up at you.
Oh boy.
And Matarak's very joyful expression actually begins to turn to one of that dead stare.
He was happy once, now he's not.
You've taken joy from the room.
Maybe I really am living up to my unseelie nature.
Oh gosh,
I
what if
stripped the joy from everyone.
has anyone
Without
seen
Matarak.
Freakazoid?
saying a word, Matarak instantly goes into action as he pulls what looks to be a longbow made of bone from out of his arm and aims it at you.
There's an echo.
Oh yeah. So, what's up? Okay, no problem. But
There's an echo.
oh yeah.
Oh, that's probably me.
Does 29 hit?
Oh, that's gonna hit.
Oh,
There's no way that's not gonna hit.
So, in almost a split second, Matarak creates this bone bow from his body and launches this massive arrow that's probably about as long as your body straight at your chest. And it hits. And it hurts.
As I fall from the ceiling, I say, uncalled for!
So let me roll the damage on this thing. One of the arrows is okay. The arrow pierces into your shoulder and through it, doing 14 points of piercing damage.
Oh, jeez.
And immediately Matarak calls for the guards. You are no longer invisible. What do you do, Flex?
Probably the only thing I can do in this situation, which is create a major illusion and get the hell out.
What would you like to make the illusion of? Oh, you have to roll wild magic first.
Is it D100?
D100, yes. And you make it. So what are you making the illusion of?
So major illusion, I am going to pretty much make a bunch of me's.
And fucking run for it?
And,
They have true sight.
Not the guards.
Not the guards.
The lords do, and Matarak is already starting to head up. So, are you booking it?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that to confuse the guards.
Yeah,
And
it'll confuse the guards.
Yeah, and I'm going to blind Matarak with a glitter bomb.
Okay, let me roll 1d.
He can see through illusions, but he cannot see through glitter. I learned that much already.
It does temporarily blind him as he pauses for a second to rub it out of all 4 of his eyes. So you're gonna need to roll me in athletics.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Athletics to see if you can fucking outrun shit. Regardless of the fact that you have a giant bone arrow stuck in your shoulder, you managed to make it past the first wave of guards and out of the council hall. The entire place is now on alert, and the group can hear it. There is an actual alarm going off.
Nova, I sent you a message.
Sorry about that.
I wonder exactly how much Core can fix Flix's absolute debauchery.
hears the alarm. I don't know anymore.
Also, Flix, are you taking the steps to remove the arrow or not?
Oh yeah, I'm getting the arrow out because that thing would just weigh me down.
Not only that, but please roll me strength.
Oh god, I am not a Viking at that at all. I'm still running with it apparently.
Yeah, you're very much running with it and trying to tug it out of your shoulder, but to no avail. In fact, you're actually making it worse. Because as you realize you're trying to tug on the arrow, it's got barbs. And I need you to roll me a con save.
God, this guy is an ass.
Okay, you managed to fight off the sudden wave of nausea that you're starting to feel. But there are definitely blood-like tendrils coming out of the arrow. You may want to get it out soon.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the whole group can hear the entire council chamber is now on alert. And you see Flix is running out of the council hall with an arrow in his shoulder.
Well, I suggest we just beat feet for the teleporter and head towards the Wind District. At least if we can get to Amadeus, we can find our way out of here.
And as Flix makes his way out of the council chamber gardens, we'll be taking our break here, because I need to go eat. So give you time to process what's happening.
It's fine.
At this point, we're going to be killed for association.
Yeah. But I will be taking a break here. So, bathroom breaks, drink breaks, food, which is what I'm going to be doing. Okay?
Yep.
Alright, so I'll see you guys at the 15-minute mark.
Alrighty.
Later. I'll be back.